Jubilee preparations have also gotten mired in the mud. It's created traffic jams and other sticky situations. Some vendors and exhibitors have traveled from as far away as Seattle, Washington to attend the Jubilee. For them and others, this has been a nightmare.
I was totally shocked, to be honest with you. I didn't expect to see the mess under the tents, and I don't know. I really don't know. We came a long way to do this.
Jubilee organizers say the site is ready.
We think it's passable. It'll be an adventure if you get in the wrong spot, but other than that, it's going to be okay.
Now, the Commodores are still scheduled to appear tonight at 9 o'clock, and as in previous years, you can catch shuttle buses out here. You can pick them up at all sorts of locations, including the city's high school. Beyond that, Jim, my only advice would be wear some old shoes or boots.
Rubber boots would sound like a good idea.
Yes, they are.
Thank you, Laura. Kathy?
Well, this morning, a Norfolk man filed a $1 million lawsuit against Sentara Norfolk General Hospital and a local doctor. 35-year-old Robert Taylor claims both the hospital and the doctor knew he had AIDS, but no one ever told him. Michael Barnes reports that Taylor says being kept in the dark put his life and others at risk.
It's become almost a standard medical practice in the late 1980s. When people are admitted to hospitals, they're screened for the AIDS virus. That's what happened to Robert Taylor when he checked into Norfolk General for kidney problems in September 1986. The problem, says Taylor, is that neither the hospital nor his doctor, Duane Harding, ever told him an AIDS test had been ordered and was never notified about the results of his test, which came back positive. So the 35-year-old Norfolk man has filed a $1 million negligence lawsuit against both parties.
They let me leave their institution carrying a fatal, contagious disease without notifying me, although the fact they had my phone number, my address.
To compound his problems, Taylor says he was given a powerful steroid. Instead of helping his kidneys, he says his immune system was further weakened. Taylor had to be hospitalized a second time because of a car accident to discover that he had the deadly virus.
I think it's absolutely crucial that the person be informed that they're going to be tested for it. They should have the right to refuse if they want to refuse. And there should certainly be safeguards both within the hospital and the physician's office to make sure that every test result is discovered and that the patient is informed whether it's positive or negative.
Taylor's attorney says being kept in the dark by the hospital hurt his client and allowed the deadly AIDS virus to be passed along, thereby hurting other people too.
It's quite possible that Mr. Taylor communicated the disease to someone else. That's going to be another thing that's going to be difficult to prove, if not impossible to prove. But it certainly is a possibility.
The hospital says it would like to comment on this case, but because of pending litigation, it can't, except to say Sentara Norfolk General Hospital has consistently maintained appropriate policies for patient care involving infectious diseases. Dr. Duane Harding, who practices at the hospital, could not be reached for comment. Taylor says the hospital and the doctor have offered to settle the case out of court, but claims he'll continue his lawsuit because neither party will acknowledge any responsibility.
I am somewhat bitter, although I try not to show it. I am angry. I feel like the hospital and Dr. Harding have handled this thing in a very cavalier attitude.
Michael Barnes, 13 News, Norfolk.
Former presidential candidate Pat Robertson defended his record again today on CBN's 700 Club program. Today, Robertson allowed his son Tim to play the devil's advocate in questioning his motives for doing certain things.
The creation of CBN, the building of the law school, focusing on television programs in 1976 where you interviewed Gerald Ford and Jimmy Carter and called the nation to pray for the election, and Washington for Jesus in 1980, and the foundation of the Freedom Council, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This was all a scheme, a plan to get you elected as president. What do you say about that?
Well, it's utter nonsense, but it's like saying that Dwight Eisenhower fought World War II and conquered the Germans so that he could get to be elected president. I mean, that's the way people get...
Robertson has appeared on the 700 Club through the week to respond to charges he feels were wrongly leveled against him during his presidential campaign. Most of his criticism has been directed at the press.
Well, an historic landmark in downtown Norfolk has been targeted for demolition. An 83-year-old bank building will be torn down to make way for a new structure. Most of the time, such a procedure would take weeks, even months. But as Mike Gooding reports, this building will disappear in the blink of an eye.
In its day, what's now known as the first American bank building was the toast of the town, the dominant feature in Norfolk's skyline. But that was in 1905 when it was built. Since then, the building has undergone at least one major facelift, and time has taken a decided toll.
This building is not designed to handle modern office layouts. But about 10 years ago, the building exterior was totally removed and a new exterior applied, and it really ruined the historical value of the building at that time.
Demolition of the building is already underway from the inside out. But even as bulldozers turn the old bank into rubble, plans are being finalized to speed the process up with explosives. You might be wondering why officials are going to all the trouble and expense of blowing this building up. Why not just do it the old-fashioned way with a ball and chain? Well, that old-fashioned way could take up to 2 months. This way will take just 7 seconds. That, according to someone who ought to know. Doug Luazzo oversaw the last building implosion in downtown Norfolk of the old Monticello Hotel, which came down in 1976, and it took just 7 seconds.
2 days before the actual demolition date, we'll place explosives in the building, and we'll knock the columns out sequentially so we can utilize the weight and the construction of the building to pull itself down.
Is it dangerous?
You know, riding a horse is dangerous if you don't know how to ride. Using explosives is dangerous if you don't respect the explosives. No, it's not at all.
The big blast is scheduled for Sunday, June 12th at 7 a.m. Once the deed is done, work will begin immediately on the new $40 million First American Financial Center. Mike Gooding, 13 News, Norfolk.
Congressman Norman Sosiski says he does support the use of military troops in the war on drugs. Sosiski spoke in Portsmouth during that city's police Memorial Day ceremonies. He called drugs one of the toughest problems facing the country. Originally, Sosiski didn't like the idea of using the military, but he now says that's the most powerful weapon we have. In today's ceremonies, Portsmouth remembered 6 officers who died in the line of duty over the years. Just 3 weeks ago, Officer Richard Copeland was injured in a shooting at a convenience store.
Well, a woman goes on a shooting rampage at an Illinois elementary school today.
And in Washington, a reported deal with Noriega. We'll have those stories in the headlines when we come back.
All over Hampton roads, people are discovering how easy it is to save money on cars, trucks, and Jeeps.
Being in the military, I have to make the best use of my money. So I shopped around and I got my best deal at Greenbrier.
And this month, Greenbrier has been challenged by the factory to sell an additional 100 cars. Save with Greenbrier's 3.8% financing, triple rebates up to $6,000, factory-to-dealer incentives passed on to you. The challenge sale at Greenbrier Chrysler Plymouth Jeep Eagle Imports. Our combined big volume buying power saves you hundreds.
Some stores have sales. Others offer free credit. Only one carpet store gives you both. New York Carpet World. For the next 4 days, a major carpet mill liquidation sale, plus free credit with any carpet. Interest rate 0, finance charge 0 for 1 full year. Now save to 60% on today's most desirable carpets. Plushes, patterns, newest stain-protected carpets. And credit is totally free. You have no reason to shop anywhere else. Liquidation sale prices plus free credit with any carpet. Only through Saturday, only at New York Carpet World.
When pests are a problem, there are a number of things you can try, but only one number works. 1-800-544-BUGS. Call Western Termite and Pest Control, the one that works. Pests. You can try a number of things to get rid of them, but only one number works. 1-800-544-BUGS. Call Western Termite and Pest Control, the one that works.
I want a luxurious Cadillac, but not at a luxurious price.
This week only, get factory rebates and dealer incentives that could give you up to a $5,000 discount on Eldorado, Sevilles, and Sedanvilles.
Where?
Just one place. Colonial Cadillac on Virginia Beach Boulevard.
I've been looking for a car and was undecided until I heard that I could buy a car or truck at dead invoice this week, and the dealership will even show me the invoice.
That's right.
Where?
Just one place. Colonial Toyota Volkswagen on Laskin Road in Virginia Beach.
In headlines tonight, a Reagan administration official says the U.S. and Panama have tentatively agreed on a deal under which General Manuel Noriega would leave Panama next August. It reportedly gives Noriega a role in setting up a transitional government. The official says in return for the general's departure, the U.S. would agree to drop federal drug smuggling indictments against him. That reported agreement is subject to final approval by both governments.
In Chicago, a shooting death at an elementary school. An 8-year-old boy died after a woman opened fire at Hubbard Woods Elementary in a North Chicago suburb. 5 other children were injured. The woman is barricaded inside a house. Police think she had 3 weapons with her, but don't know why she started shooting.
And on Capitol Hill today, senators continue to show support for the new missile treaty. In an 85-11 vote, the Senate rejected another attempt to block ratification of the INF treaty. 4 more proposals to delay ratification are likely to be heard before the Moscow summit. And at a Democratic platform hearing today, former Virginia Governor Chuck Robb offered some advice. He says Democrats must polish their image on foreign and defense policy. Also, Democratic Chairman Paul Kirk lashed out at George Bush, saying he doesn't have the toughness to govern or the compassion to care.
Well, here's some news. The Pentagon is spending too much money. It's now under a 6-week freeze to meet its budget. There will be no overtime, no new office supplies, and little hiring allowed. That's in an attempt to reduce federal red ink.
And there's bad news tonight about that baby whale found beached off the coast of North Carolina this week. It has died. A 5-foot-long pygmy sperm whale and its mother stranded themselves near Wilmington. Veterinarians had to destroy the mother, but the baby was moved to SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida. It died this morning from stress, lack of food, and dehydration. Scientists say those kinds of complications are common among stranded marine mammals.
A little later on, the Chesapeake Jubilee isn't the only game in town. We'll tell you about another festival going on today as well.
But next, we hope that Dr. Duane will brave the mud at the Jubilee. We may have his live forecast after this.
It's the monumental event you've been waiting for. Your Lincoln Mercury Dealers Sales Spectacular. We're out to sell $200 million in inventory in just a few days. We're out to offer monumental values on every Lincoln, every Mercury in stock, on Sable, on Cougar, on Grand Marquis, on Tracer, everything on the lot. It's our biggest event of the year, the Monumental Sales Spectacular, going on now only at your Lincoln Mercury dealer. Don't miss out.
Dave Lennox. Since 1895, new ideas in heating and cooling. And now,
get 0% financing or up to a $400 cash rebate on a Lennox Pulse furnace and a Power Saver air conditioner.
Call your independent Lennox dealer.
Take it from Dave Lennox. Weathermakers means quality. For all your heating and cooling needs, look to Weathermakers in Lennox.
We're a quality team.
If it's old-fashioned quality you're looking for, look no further than Bud's. Lennox and Bud's, a great energy savings team.
Attaboy, Dave.
May 1st, the final episode of Magnum P.I. fades to black. Because aloha also means hello, he's back in the first episode ever, asking the important question.
Buy a beer.
Dealing with the situation. Stepping into the past for a friend.
What you do, re-up?
Spending another normal evening in paradise. It's Tom Selleck as in a 2-hour special Friday night at 8 on WVEC TV, Channel 13.
Sometimes everything goes exactly as planned.
In Virginia, the best things in life are free, and at Central Fidelity, that now includes checking, free for 1 full year.
Well, Duane has been stuck at one point in one of those traffic jams that Laura Taylor mentioned, but we think he's made it to the Jubilee finally.
We hope he has. How about it, Duane? You getting rained on yet?
No, I'm not, Jim. The sun is actually shining out here. I brought along my umbrella, but fortunately I don't need it right now. They did have some rain out here for about 15 minutes, but the sun is trying to come out, but there are a lot of clouds around here. There are a lot of thunderstorms around here, and we're going to see plenty of thunderstorms. First, I have a guest out here. This is Mr. Curling. He is the chairman of the Jubilee, is that right?
Chairman of the 1988 Jubilee, that's right.
Now, tell me, this is your opportunity. What is going on? Is everything on? Can people come out? I know it's a little muddy, but have you canceled anything?
The Jubilee's on the go. Everything is on as scheduled. We're going to have a super laser show later this evening. The entertainment's the Commodores, and we're looking forward. People are getting off of buses coming into the Jubilee.
Buses are running on time?
Buses are running on time.
What time's the laser show?
The laser show will start as soon as it gets dark.
Okay, that's about 45 minutes after the sun goes down.
Right, and it'll be continuous.
Great, okay. We have a few thunderstorms around here, though. I want to show you those. Let's take a look at the local radar, and we can see where the thunderstorms are. We have some in the area, right not too far from here, just west of here, and we have some up around, the northern part of Norfolk, and what they are doing is building very, very rapidly. Now, some of them are right downtown Norfolk. Now, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that was issued just a few minutes ago. Now, it goes all the way down along the coast of North Carolina and the coast of Virginia. If you're watching me right now, you are part of the severe thunderstorm watch, and that watch is in effect till 11 o'clock. Now remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means that severe thunderstorms are possible in or near the area. We have had no reports yet of any severe weather. They have had some large hail northeast of Richmond. That little puff right there, you can see just to the northeast of Richmond, was a thunderstorm that had hail in it. So those of you up around the northern neck, you may be having some hail pretty soon. The storms seem to want to move towards the north. That's what they did yesterday. Now last night what happened was that they developed along a line that ran north to south, and they just went one behind the other up to the north. So those that had the thunderstorms yesterday, they stayed under them for a long time. These are going to drift around as well. There's nothing really pushing them around, so if you have a thunderstorm, it may stick around for a while, cause some localized flooding. Now, there's a flash flood watch in northern Virginia, but not for us. They've had a tremendous amount of rain up there. All we have is just spotty showers. We've had about 2 or 3 inches of rain around here. The ground is soaked out here. If you come out here tonight, you want to wear some overshoes or something, because there's lots of mud. There's grass, but there's lots of mud out here, too. Now, this is the radar showing where some of those thunderstorms are. They are developing rapidly. This is the time of day where the thunderstorms pop up, and it's becoming unstable. And so we'll probably have more thunderstorms than we did yesterday, and they will become a little stronger than they were last night, so you need to watch out. We will likely have hail throughout our entire viewing area. Now tomorrow, this is what the weather looks like. Once more, we'll have another risk of some thunderstorms. I don't think they'll be as strong as they are today, and they probably will not be as numerous tomorrow as they are right now. Farther to the north, up around West Virginia, Northern Virginia, and Pennsylvania, once more they'll have showers, but at least the clouds will begin to break a little bit, and they'll see a little bit of sun. They've been sucked in with thick clouds and heavy rain the past few days, but they'll see a little bit of sun tomorrow. So things are improving, and then Sunday looks even better. Now, the temperatures this weekend are going to get up close to 80 tomorrow, and we'll probably be in the 80s on Sunday, so it's going to be plenty of warm out there. But we have those thunderstorms tonight, and I'll have more on those about a half hour.
Okay, Duane, we'll see you about a half hour from now. Try to stay dry. Kathy?
Well, in Norfolk, one home of the Whopper will be closed for the next few days because of a fire. It all started when the deep fat fryer overheated and caught fire around 6 this morning. The blaze spread to the roof of the building on Granby Street. Damage to the structure is extensive. According to fire officials, the Burger King will be closed for several days. No one was seriously injured in that blaze, but the manager of the restaurant was treated for smoke inhalation.
Newport News police are on the lookout for 2 suspects wanted for different crimes that occurred in the city. Sergeant Art Nolan has more on Crime Line.
Newport News police are asking for your help in locating 2 men who are wanted on outstanding warrants. A cash reward of up to $1,000 is being offered for their arrest or the arrest of any wanted person. Chris Perry is wanted on 4 counts of forgery and 4 counts of uttering. Perry is a black male, 21 years of age, 6 foot 3 inches tall, and weighs 160 pounds. James Allen Coles Jr. is wanted for burglary, larceny, forgery, and uttering. Coles is a black male, 36 years of age, 5 foot 11 inches tall, and weighs 160 pounds. If you have information on these fugitives or on any crime committed in Newport News, call me at Crime Line at 245-0755. All calls are confidential, and you never have to testify in court. For Newport News Crime Line, I'm Sergeant Art Nolan.
I'm Alveta Ewell. Coming up next on First News, we'll take you to the Chesapeake Jubilee. Laura Taylor introduces us to some of the 4-legged participants. And ahead on 13 News at 6, a Newport News city official is charged with driving under the influence. And the homecoming. Those stories and more ahead on 13 News.
Here's important news for Cadillac owners.
If you ever owned a new 1979 through 1987 Cadillac, now you can get an extra $750 to $1,500 directly from Cadillac when you buy any new 1988 Cadillac. See your Cadillac Super Network dealer, make your best deal, and then get a bonus incentive up to $1,500 extra cash back directly from Cadillac. This is a limited offer and ends May 31st, so see your Cadillac Super Network dealer today.
Daddy, Starbucks, are you really giving away $1,000 every day on the radio?
That's my plan, Annie. At exactly 7:25 every weekday morning on WCMS FM 100, Joe Hopper will call out 3 numbers. Then I'll give a check to a listener who has those numbers on their Social Security card.
That's easy. But who are they?
A couple of Social Security chicks.
Starbucks, from the station of the stars, WCMS FM 100. $1,000 daily. Listen for details.
Each year, half the deaths in Virginia are caused by cardiovascular disease. Take the first step toward improving your odds by participating in the WVEC cholesterol screening. The cost is just $5. The following screenings will be conducted by Riverside Hospital, May 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Farm Fresh, West Mercury Boulevard, Hampton, and Jefferson Avenue, Newport News.
This screening is sponsored in part by Cuddy Farms Turkey Shortcuts with delicious recipes on every package. Shortcuts are quick, convenient, and nutritious.
Thinking of buying a new economy car?
The Mazda Dealer Information Center has a great suggestion.
The 6149 Mazda 323 hatchback. With technical sophistication you wouldn't expect from an economy car, plus lots of room for everything. And best of all, this Mazda 323 is just $6149.
Here's another suggestion. Drive one today.
Come, drive a Mazda.
One drive will make the difference.
Well, as we've already established, 'tis the festival season in Hampton Roads, and Ocean View joins in the fun this weekend. It's the 10th annual Ocean View Beach Festival on the side of the old Ocean View Park. The City of Norfolk and the Ocean View Kiwanis are co-sponsoring this year's event.
Our emphasis this year was, of course, for family involvement. We have Degler Attractions, the world's most spectacular midway out here, working with us this year. They do the State Fair in Richmond. We have a full array of entertainment, starting with Bill Deal and the Fat Ammons Band, Savannah, Lewis McGee, Blues Exchange, a whole host of entertainers that's going to be out this weekend.
In the past, the Ocean View Beach Festival has attracted around 30,000 people. Since this year is bigger and better, Ocean View officials are looking for double that number of fun seekers this weekend, especially by fireworks time Saturday night at 9 p.m.
Earlier today, we told you about the problems with mud and rain out at the Chesapeake Jubilee. Well, Laura Taylor joins us live once again. She tells us some of the guests at the livestock show and auction don't mind those conditions. Laura?
Jim, that's right. We've got steers and hogs and over 100 4-H'ers. Now, we've all heard the story about a boy and his dog. Well, now here's a story about a girl and her pig. Wilma is in hog heaven after cleaning up at the livestock show. Wilma checks in at 234 pounds, soaking wet. Her sleek physique and friendly disposition impress judges. But she owes a lot to her best friend, Amber Stewart of Chesapeake. The 10-year-old has been taking care of Wilma since February as part of her 4-H project. The show this morning was the grand finale.
We washed her this morning, and when we got here, we put her in the pen and we washed her again.
She's 11 years old, and this is her third.
The 4-H'ers are also judged with their 4-legged friends. Judges look for how they show and groom the animals.
The kids have fed the hogs, the lambs, and the cattle anywhere from 3 to 9 months, and they've worked hard, learned a lot of responsibility, getting up twice a day in all kinds of weather, holidays, and so on. This gives a final opportunity then for all that to come to a head.
This is the 4th year the livestock show and sale has been part of the Jubilee. After the 4-H'ers show off their animals, many will sell their prized possessions at the auction.
A few of them will shed a few tears, and that's normal. A lot of the mamas will shed a lot more tears, but when everybody stops and thinks about the check that they'll receive at the awards banquet here in a few weeks, they tend to stop crying quick.
And tonight, Amber and Wilma will part ways.
I'm so sad.
Why?
Because I like her a lot, and she means a lot.
Now, the auction begins at 7 o'clock, and if you're interested in purchasing Wilma, Amber says her pig likes to be pet and enjoys a good roll in the mud. And, of course, there's plenty of opportunity out here for the latter, Jim.
Should be. Thank you very much, Laura. Kathy?
Well, coming up on 13 News at 6, 11 current and former Marine guards at the Naval Weapons Station face questioning. Catherine Baird explains the investigation centers on stolen explosives. The Newport News city manager is arrested, Jim McClure reports, and equine elegance celebrated in homecoming.
And I'll take a look at some of the mail and share it with you after this.
Need a good reason to buy a Toyota? Your Toyota dealers have got 60,000 good reasons for you to buy right now. Nationwide, Toyota's got to sell 60,000 cars, trucks, and vans. There are thousands of new Corollas ready for delivery. There are thousands of reliable Camrys with hundreds off on factory option packages, special deals, special low prices, and 60,000 reasons. But you've got to hurry to your Toyota dealer now. These 60,000 reasons are going to go fast.
Hey, Fred. No, I don't think we feel like going out tonight. No. Look, if I see one more sun-dried tomato at Nouvelle Southwestern, no, that place is too crowded. Now, look, actually, Fred, we found this great little place where the food's pretty good and the drinks are outstanding.
The more distinctive taste of Canada Dry Ginger Ale, regular or diet, for when your tastes grow up. Now with a new look.
No, I'm sorry, Fred, it only seats 2.
Hello, may I help you?
Yes.
How do most banks handle customer problems?
You see, I have a problem with my checking account. Can you help me, please? Hello, miss? Maybe you can help. I just talked to him.
If your bank treats you like a hot potato, call Crestar. We assign a person to every customer problem until it's solved. Crestar, we're out to give banking a better name.
Each year, half the deaths in Virginia are caused by cardiovascular disease. Take the first step toward improving your odds by participating in the WVEC cholesterol screening. The cost is just $5. The following screenings will be conducted by Riverside Hospital, May 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Farm Fresh, West Mercury Boulevard, Hampton, and Jefferson Avenue, Newport News, from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m.
This screening is made possible in part by General Mills, makers of these fine products.
Some great letters in the mailbag this week. Charlie Ruff copied me on a letter to the editor of the Pilot about the HOV lanes in the Virginia Beach Expressway. Charlie says with the HOV lanes rescinded, he's able to make it to work in about a third of the time. Buzz Bragg wrote about the limerick I composed last week and pointed out that the word akimbo rhymes with Jimbo and Limbo. Where were you when I needed you, Buzz? Rich Buckingham noted that I said most of the limericks I know are unfit for television, and he supplied me with several that are fit for television. And Eleanor Scholda responded with a limerick answer to my failed effort of last week. There once was a guy named Kincaid whose prowess newscasting displayed. He strayed, sad to say, one black day in May, and while rhyming, a big egg he laid. I guess my career as a limerick composer is off to a less than auspicious start. If Eleanor doesn't like my limericks, Marion Hudson doesn't like anything about me. Marion suggested that I should have had brain surgery instead of eye surgery to help cure me of my stupid, stubborn, warped, distorted, tunnel-visioned opinions. It's nice to have people concerned about you. John Campbell believes there should be just one national primary election and that the two parties should make the winner of that primary the presidential candidate and the runner-up the vice presidential candidate, and there would be no need for conventions. They'll never go for it in Washington, John. Makes too much sense. And Eva Lowe sent me a cartoon about the hazards of convertible driving. As a matter of fact, Catherine and I looked about like that Sunday after a top-down trip from Elam. Well, that's all the time we have this week, friends and neighbors. Thanks a lot for writing, and keep those cards and letters coming in.
This is WVEC TV, Channel 13. And now, the latest news from across Hampton Roads with Jim Kincaid, Alveta Ewell, Duane Harding's forecast, and sports with Scott Cash. This is 13 News at 6.
Good evening. One Marine is under arrest and 10 others are suspects in the theft of government property.
Alveta, the Navy is investigating the theft of ammunition and explosives that were stolen from the Yorktown Naval Weapons Station. Catherine Barrett joins us now from the newsroom live with more on that investigation. Catherine?
Jim, for the past 7 months, small ammunition and explosives disappeared from the Naval Weapons Station, Yorktown. Now, NIS agents think they know how it disappeared. They're pointing the finger at Marines stationed at Yorktown and at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. There are 11 suspects. All are former or current members of the Marine Corps Security Force at Yorktown. Their job is to guard the installation. 19-year-old Lance Corporal Daniel Schulte, currently stationed at Camp Lejeune, was taken to the brig yesterday after about 45 police officers, NIS agents, and a special bomb detonation team searched Schulte's apartment. There they found boxes full of small ammunition.
There was a quantity of explosives that would have caused some major renovations. And I'm not at liberty to state what they were or what damage could have been done, but the potential was there for some major problems.
The Navy confirms that some of what was discovered in North Carolina was missing from Yorktown. Schulte was stationed there as recently as February. Missing from Yorktown were hand grenades, small arm rounds, detonation cord, parachute flares, and blasting caps.
To a Marine Corps spokesperson, all the missing ammunition has been recovered. Neither the Marine Corps nor the Navy will comment on exactly how many items were stolen, nor will they say what they believe the ammunition was stolen for.
Were there any other arrests today, Catherine?
Jim, we cannot confirm that any of the suspects, excluding Corporal Schulte, have been confined today. We do know that those Marines under investigation at Yorktown have been relieved of their duties at their security jobs at Yorktown.
Thank you, Catherine. Alvita?
Newport News police arrest a top city official. City manager Ed Maroney was picked up last night for driving under the influence of alcohol. Jim McClure reports.
When city manager Ed Maroney came to Newport News in January of 1987, he pledged to work on the city traffic system. Now he's had some personal road trouble with an accident late Thursday night.
Mr. Maroney was arrested as a result of an accident that occurred near his residence. It involved striking a parked vehicle. There were no injuries.
The owner of the parked car called police to the scene about a block north of the city manager's home. Maroney agreed to take a breath test that registered twice the legal limit for blood alcohol level.
Mr. Maroney was very cooperative, was charged with driving under the influence, and released on a summons to appear in court.
Neither Maroney nor Newport News Mayor Jesse Rattley could be reached for comment. Just last year, City Attorney Bob Beal resigned after a driving under the influence arrest. The city manager is scheduled to appear in court next month. In the meantime, police are investigating whether he'll also be charged with leaving the scene of an accident. Jim McClure, 13 News, Newport News.
PTL trustee David Clark is stepping down. Clark of Virginia Beach says he doesn't want to preside over the liquidation of the financially troubled television ministry. PTL is presently in bankruptcy proceedings. Clark became PTL's trustee in November of last year. His job included managing the day-to-day operations of the ministry. Previously, he worked at CBN as a vice president. Clark's resignation takes effect immediately. He will be replaced by a PTL executive vice president.
An unusually high number of children have been struck by automobiles in recent weeks, that according to the Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. Mike Gooding reports officials are concerned those numbers will continue to grow unless drivers slow down.
Kids and cars, a dangerous mixture if there ever was one. And as the summer months take hold, it gets even more dangerous. You don't need to tell that to Stephen Clements. He already knows. A hit-and-run driver struck his 4-year-old daughter Leah last Saturday night.
Whoever hit her didn't even bother to really stop and just took off, so that bothers me to pieces.
Unfortunately, Leah isn't alone. Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters has seen more than 20 child trauma cases in the month of May alone, a phenomenally high number.
A car bumper on a 4-year-old is not going to just hit the legs, but it's also going to give them what we call a blunt trauma to the abdomen and may cause other injuries to their liver or spleen.
In virtually every instance, a child was hit by a car. But since children don't always remember to look out for themselves, drivers have to.
No, it was all dark, and I was saying to myself, was this a dream? Is this really happening?
But it really is happening, and now hospital officials, parents, and the kids themselves are asking motorists to keep the youngsters in mind.
They're out there. They are out there. And if they can slow down or just take a little extra time or extra caution and just looking, it will help a lot.
What would you say to adult drivers out there?
Slow down when you're driving.
Mike Gooding, 13 News, Norfolk.
The Nissan Maxima is an exceptional investment. After all, it's got the same fuel-injected engine as our Z-Car. It's loaded with human engineering. Not to mention power everything. And for a limited time, you can get $1,000 cash back from Nissan. Making the Maxima one of the best investments on Wall Street, or any other street. And you don't even need a broker.
Now you see it, now you don't. No oily film, no stains. Introducing new water-based Hot Shot Roach and Ant Killer. No greasy residue anywhere. New Hot Shot is more effective than ever. Keeps killing roaches and ants for up to 4 weeks. Hot Shot, the complete line of non-staining insect-killing aerosols.
Give it your best shot. Hot Shot.
Each year, half the deaths in Virginia are caused by cardiovascular disease. Take the first step toward improving your odds by participating in the WVEC cholesterol screening. The cost is just $5. The following screenings will be conducted by Riverside Hospital, May 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Farm Fresh, West Mercury Boulevard, Hampton, and Jefferson Avenue, Newport News, from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m.
This screening is made possible in part by Farm Fresh.
Be one of America's winners when you bring home savings from Dodge. Combine our cashback and discount packages for big savings on most new Dodge cars and trucks in stock. Save big on cars, $1,525 on Daytona Shelby Z. Save on trucks, $1,900 on full-size Ram pickups, $2,250 on selected Dakota 4x2s. Save on imports, $1,356 on Ram 50, $955 on Colt DL. So see your Dodge dealer today and be one of America's winners.
It's gotta be a Dodge.
The Chesapeake Jubilee is now officially underway, and thousands of people will be part of it over the next 3 days.
To be a part of it, Alveta, you need to know the best way to get there, and perhaps a word about the proper footwear might be in order this evening as well. Mike Lewis is at the Jubilee. Mike, would you say boots are in order?
Not just old shoes, Jim, boots, definitely tonight. The 6th annual Chesapeake Jubilee has gotten off to a muddy start, to say the very least. And Jubilee officials out here have their own version of a sand replenishment program underway. Now, a week of rainstorms has pretty much forced Jubilee officials to have tons of sand trucked in to cover up the mud on this 45-acre site. This sand is going on top of the grass that was planted out here last year, as you may recall, to cut down on the dust, which has been a problem in the past, not this year. The sand is an expensive solution and could cut into Jubilee profits.
Well, we think a substantial quantity of that will be contributed to us, and the people of Chesapeake step up when the ox gets in the ditch.
Good afternoon. Officials are hoping the sand will help a lot of trucks stuck in the mud. Now, to get down here, you can't drive your car down here. You have to take a TRT bus, and here are some of the locations where you can pick up those buses tonight. Among them, Indian River Community Center. It's a lot behind Klein Chevrolet at Old Greenbrier Road and South Military Highway. Also, Indian River High School at Dunbarton Drive and South Military Highway. At Armada Hoffler, the Volvo plant, Oscar Smith High School, Great Bridge Civic Center, Deep Creek High School, and Manor High School. Those are all the places you can pick up the bus. Now, it's going to cost you $2 for a round-trip ticket. So, Jim, it is muddy out here, but it is a festival after all, and it's a little more adventurous with the mud, to say the least. Now, the entertainment gets started about 8 o'clock tonight. Among the entertainment, the Commodores at 8, also country music singer Billy Joel Royal at 8 o'clock.
Are you about ankle deep now, Mike, or are you staying out of the mud?
No, actually, we're on some of this fine grass that they planted out here last year, Jim. It works. There's just not enough of it this year.
Hang in there. Thank you, Mike.
Well, a little later on, a Virginia horse farm.
But next, Dr. Duane gets in the swing of things at the Chesapeake Jubilee. We'll have his live forecast after this.
Introducing the all-new Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Four-wheel disc brakes, a multi-port fuel-injected V6 engine, four-wheel independent suspension, an aerodynamic styling even the wind can't resist. In short, the new Cutlass Supreme is not your father's Oldsmobile.
See your Olds Virginia network for a test drive today.
Tradition with a dash of the unexpected. That's the bright, new, exciting collection of Willis Wayside's outdoor furniture. Guaranteed quality at substantial pre-season savings. As you would expect from Willis Wayside, Virginia Beach Boulevard at Thalia, on the grounds of Wayside Village.
Some guys make it look easy. They've got the new moves. The hot hand.
because they've got new barbecue bag charcoal briquettes from Kingsford. Just light the bag for one barbecue's worth of premium Kingsford charcoal. To score some easy points, pick up barbecue bag. Just fire one in there and you'll have this game in the bag. New barbecue bag from Kingsford. What the pros use.
It's the monumental event you've been waiting for. Your Lincoln Mercury Dealers Sales Spectacular. We're out to sell $200 million in inventory in just a few days. We're out to offer monumental values on every Lincoln, every Mercury in stock, on Staples, on Cougar, on Grand Marquis, on Fraser, everything on the lot. It's our biggest event of the year, the Monumental Sales Spectacular, going on now only at your Lincoln Mercury dealer. Don't miss out.
It's one of those days when everything goes wrong. It starts off bad and gets worse all day long. It's one of those days when you catch the blame for things you didn't do. It's one of those days when you need a friend to pull you through. Bad days need good friends like you.
Adopt your own good friend today.
Well, here's news just in time for the summer air conditioning season. Virginia Power is asking for a rate increase. 6 weeks ago, state regulators told Virginia Power its rates were too high. Today, the utility announced it wants an 8% increase in the monthly bill. That would average an increase of about $5.50 for most of us. The State Corporation Commission will make a decision on that in about a month.
Well, Dr. Duane knows the hottest and possibly the rainiest spot in town.
He's out there right now, Alveta. Duane, if you were here and standing outside, you'd be getting rained on. How's it out there?
Is it raining out there?
It's raining here.
We had a shower out here earlier, about 15 minutes worth, but I went through a thunderstorm getting out here, and there are some strong thunderstorms, so we're going to have some strong thunderstorms throughout the evening. Now, we already have a severe storm warning for one county in North Carolina. That's Bertie County. And that'll last for about an hour. We can take a look at the computer and we can show you where all this stuff is going on. We have some thunderstorms in the area throughout Hampton Roads. There's a line of it, well, just to the east of Willoughby Spit, and it runs down through Ocean View, back toward the Dismal Swamp, and then back down to the southwest, to the western edge of Albemarle Sound. Now, these storms are moving principally to the north, and some of them have some heavy rain, and we've had some reports of hail already northeast of Richmond. Now, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for everybody in our viewing area. Now, this watch means that severe thunderstorms are possible in that watch area. And that's in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. So we'll have some strong thunderstorms, possibly severe. Now, severe thunderstorm is one that has damaging winds, usually considered 60 miles an hour, damaging hail, 3/4 of an inch in diameter, lots of lightning, and lots of wind. We already have a severe storm warning for Bertie County in North Carolina. That's on the western side of Albemarle Sound. Now, that means that there is a severe thunderstorm in effect right now in Bertie County, and they have had reports of some small hail and a lot of wind down there. So those of you in Bertie County, take cover if that storm approaches. Those who are north of there, you may want to keep an eye on the sky, and we will have some more thunderstorms as the evening goes on. This is the time of day when the thunderstorms begin to pop up. Especially as the sun goes down, then the tops of the clouds begin to grow a little higher. Now, the satellite photographs shows that line of storms. It goes all the way from Norfolk down to the southwest through Bertie County, and there is a good-sized thunderstorm just to the northeast of Richmond, and that is moving to the north, too. Now, we had some sun around here, and that heating of the sun is creating those thunderstorms. The air is very unstable, and we will have more thunderstorms than we did last night, and they will be stronger than they were last night. Things will improve quite a bit tomorrow. Here's what the weather map looks like. Not much to see on the East Coast, except those green spots indicate the rain, and the yellow and the orange are the thunderstorms. They've been there for several days. It has rained for several days, it seems like it. And the heaviest rain is to the north. And once more, that storm is not moving to the northeast. The L is the center of that storm, and it's not really moving. What it's doing is just kind of falling apart. We call that a cutoff low, and there's no winds around it pushing it away. And it's eventually just going to rain out and then just disappear. The weather tomorrow looks like this. Once more, we will have a few thunderstorms right along the coast. The next frame, please, Joe. The thunderstorms will be right along the coast, and we'll have some showers just to the north of us. Now, the temperatures for tomorrow, there we go. The rain to the north of us, but at least they'll have a few breaks in the clouds up around Pennsylvania, where it's been cloudy and rainy for the past several days. We'll have some sun here, too, but with some afternoon thunderstorms. Not as many as we have today. And then on Sunday, we'll have lots of sun, a few clouds now and then. It won't be a blue sky, but we'll have mostly sunny skies with occasional clouds, especially in the morning and again in the afternoon. Most of the showers, I think, will be to the north of us and to the west of us. I think the chances of rain, thunderstorms on Sunday are much less than they are today, and even less than tomorrow. So the best chance for lots of sun will be on Sunday. Now let's go on. We have the boaters' weather tomorrow. It'll be nice boating weather tomorrow, except for thunderstorms. So you want to stay away from thunderstorms. Away from thunderstorms, the winds will be from the south and southwest, 10 to 15 knots. The waves, 1 to 2 feet, except off the Virginia coast. They'll be 3 to 4 feet, perhaps, because they're closer to the storm center. High tides tomorrow, 144 and 229 at Sewell's Point. Out at the beach, they're 1214 and 1259. Now, for the current temperatures, right now we have 71 degrees, and it's muggy out here. It's kind of humid, 73 up there on the peninsula. The humidity is 87%. It's very muggy out here, very muddy too, by the way. The pressure is steady. The wind is out of the east at 10 miles per hour. In the bay, the water temperature is 63 degrees. The thermometer is still broken in the ocean. Tonight we'll have scattered thunderstorms. We have that severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 11 o'clock, so we could see some severe thunderstorms around here. Once more, we'll have some early morning fog. We've had patchy dense fog throughout the region the past few nights, and I think we'll get that again tonight. Not everybody will see it, but some will get thick fog. A low temperature tonight of 60 to 64, kind of mild and humid. And then tomorrow, scattered afternoon thunderstorms, but it will not be a lousy day. Partly to mostly sunny skies, so we will see some afternoon thunderstorms. I don't think they'll be as strong as they are today. They could be quite strong this evening. A high temperature tomorrow of 75 to 80 degrees. And then tomorrow night, mild and muggy with a few evening thunderstorms, 60 to 65 degrees. And then Sunday, absolutely beautiful day, warm and humid with a slight risk of a thunderstorm, about 82 degrees. And then beyond that, Monday and Tuesday, the chances of thunderstorms increases, and it looks like a good chance of thunderstorms more again on Tuesday. So it's not going to rain all the time, but watch out tonight for some of the severe weather. And if you come out to the Jubilee, it's great out here, but wear some boots. It's muddy.
Looks like we're just going to have to live with those thunderstorms, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Thank you, Duane. Alveta?
Well, Mike Fabrizio live with Bigfoot right after this.
Right now, your Volkswagen dealer is offering performance and value. During Volkswagen's 4th annual spring celebration, it's a great time to get what you've wanted in a German-engineered car at a price you can afford. It's like an opportunity staring you in the face. And now you can take advantage of 6.9% APR financing on select Golf, Jetta, Fox, and GTI models. See your participating Volkswagen dealer today. The spring celebration ends May 31st.
There's only one radio station in Hampton Roads that gives you favorite oldies plus top news and information. WTAR, AM 79. You'll hear favorites by the Beach Boys, the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, plus all the information and entertainment you need to get your morning started right.
Good morning. This is Tom Looney, 79 WTAR. WTAR First News is coming up right after this favorite oldie.
Information, entertainment, and Hampton Roads' favorite oldies. WTAR, AM 79.
The WVEC cholesterol screenings continue at the following Farm Fresh stores, May 23rd, 24th, and 25th from 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. The cost is just $5.
Screenings will be conducted by Publiscreen at Kempsville Road in Virginia Beach, Route 17 in Grafton, Food Carnival on Tidewater Drive in Norfolk, Mercury Boulevard in Hampton, and Wythe Creek Road in Poquoson. This screening is sponsored by Diet Pepsi. Look for Diet Pepsi's in-store coupon at participating Farm Fresh stores.
I want a luxurious Cadillac, but not at a luxurious price.
This week only, get factory rebates and dealer incentives that could give you up to a $5,000 discount on Eldorado, Sevilles, and Sedanvilles.
Where?
Just one place. Colonial Cadillac on Virginia Beach Boulevard.
I've been looking for a car and was undecided until I heard that I could buy a car or truck at dead invoice this week, and the dealership will even show me the invoice.
That's right.
Where?
Just one place. Colonial Toyota Volkswagen on Laskin Road in Virginia Beach.
Now I want to know, what or who is a Bigfoot?
You don't know what Bigfoot is?
Well, I've heard of a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot is a big truck.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought, well, you have a son. I have a son who's got a little those wheels that you drive around on. It's a little thing. It's a replica of this. It's a very popular truck, and this is a special weekend at Langley Speedway. It's time for the Monster Truck Challenge You might be amazed at the popularity of the monster trucks and the tractor pulls around the country. Everybody's favorite monster truck is Bigfoot. That's right, Bigfoot. And a guy with a pair of big feet, Mike Fabrizio, standing by live with the story.
They're only size 11, Catherine. That's
pretty
that big. We're standing here with Rich Hooser, who is the driver of one of the Bigfoot trucks. Now, look at this tire. You think big feet. Look at this foot right here. This is not your normal tire. Rich, what does one of these things cost?
Well, one of these costs about $2,500 a piece. They're 5.5 feet tall and 4 feet wide, and they weigh about 1,000 pounds a piece.
That's all. Yeah, you want some tires, Scott? We got some for you. Let's walk around here. Now, your normal car or truck has about 4 shocks on it, right? Exactly 4. Not this one. How many?
We got 4 in each corner, a total of 16. And all the suspension is all handmade by Midwest 4-Wheel Drive Performance Center in St. Louis to give us all this suspension we need to go over these cars in this rough terrain like we do out here.
Now, of course, tonight we're going to have some races. The first time ever they're going to race monster trucks here at Langley Speedway. Special driver tonight, too. You see him up there. In case you wondered who sponsored this truck, that might give you a clue. Now, what's the total cost of this vehicle?
One of these can run you anywhere between $75,000 and $150,000. Just depends on how much money you want to put into the motor, drivetrain, and what kind of work you can do yourself or you have to do outside.
Now, this is a series of events they're having with these trucks. It's just like the Winston Cup Series where you compile points. Currently, the 2 Bigfoot trucks are number 1 and number 2.
Yeah, it is right. We started this year with a point system on the monster trucks to accumulate, and at the end of the year, the winner will get a bonus.
Okay, are your feet very big?
No, not at all.
You got that size 9.5, it looks like. That'll best of luck out here this weekend. Thanks for joining us, Rich. Scott, back to you.
Yeah, Mike, did you drive your Volkswagen over there today?
Yeah, it kind of runs still, and its feet aren't quite this big. Tires come up to about here.
Stay away from that truck. That's all I got to say.
Okay.
All right. Well, the World 1000 has got itself a real tight race. Today, Team Domino's Pizza, Virginia Beach, took over the lead by 6 minutes over Australia. Today's leg went from Daytona Beach to Jacksonville. Team Rudy's of the Beach came in second today, and they're now 4th overall. Tomorrow, probably the toughest leg of the race. They leave Florida for good and head for Tybee Island, Georgia.
The hardest part is after you get out of Florida, it gets cold at the evenings, at night, and it gets old. It's a very long race, and it wears on you. Most of the sailors are worn out by the time they hit Georgia.
Well, for the first time ever, the Dallas Mavericks are moving into the conference finals. They eliminated Denver last night in the NBA playoffs, and it was actually not too tough for them to do it. But Denver was out without 2 starters for the last 3 games, and it's really hurt Denver. Here's Rolando Blackman from the outside. And Mark Aguirre not playing a whole lot the last 3 games. They benched him, and it's paid off for Dallas. Inside here, Alex English had 34 to keep Denver close, but Detlef Schrempf's been playing a lot instead of Aguirre. Schrempf goes in for the dunk here. Dallas won it 108-95. And how about the Utah Jazz? They beat the Lakers last night by 28 points. Eaton with the steal here. It goes up ahead to Bob Hansen, who sticks it in with the stuff. And Mr. Riley, not a very happy coach last night. This one wasn't even close. And they're
of the folks.